parts required. And Samuel and I are going to show you how we put together the end of the Dolce Banana Tart. I've already made the pecan crust. Oh, it's so yummy, really tasty. And then I melted chocolate and I brushed the bottom layer with chocolate. Let that set in the refrigerator, and then I layered the bananas in there. Just slice them. You don't want them paper thin, and you don't want them so thick either. So kind of right in between a thick and a thin slice. Then I cooked the sweetened condensed milk on the stove for, this one was 3.5, 4 hours. Let it cool completely. And what I like to do is turn it out into a bowl. And the reason I do this, I'm going to actually take care of this part because it's really kind of thick and goopy. But you're going to help me with the pecans. Okay? And what I'm doing here is just stirring it. A lot of stirring, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, I guess so too. Because you want it to have the same consistency. The bottom has that really deep caramel look to it and taste to it as well. And the top, because it's not totally submerged in the water on the stove, is more light, it's lighter in color. So when you mix it together, ooh, Dolce de Leche heaven. Good? Okay, then you just pour it over your bananas. I wish you could smell, it's like that light caramel that is so delicious. Heavenly. And I'm just going to take the back of the spoon and gently pour it around, spread it around, so that all of the bananas get covered. If they pop up like that one just did, push it back down. No big deal. I tend not to sweat things like that. If something kind of comes apart, that's the joy of something sticky like Dolce de Leche, because it just pushes back together when you want it to. So the bananas get covered, and we get rid of that. Then the rest of the melted chocolate I put into a plastic bag, and I tend to do it in a cup so it's stable. Make sure you seal it. If you don't seal it, you will not be pleased with the end result because it'll really go all over the place. Seal it up, and then just cut off a little corner of it. Can't even see it, didn't put my glasses on. That may have been even a bigger corner than we want, but that's okay too, because this one's going to go all over. And when you squeeze it, let me see if I can angle. If it goes like that, it doesn't matter. Squeeze it and you go back and forth and around. And because there's going to be enough chocolate on here, the pattern is not terribly important. It's more important just to make sure that you get chocolate all over the top of the tart. Oh, this is going to be good. What do you think, Samuel?
You missed a little.
I missed a little. I did miss a little. Over here.
You missed a spot at the front.
Thank you,
There
Shoshana, for piping in from the background. Not quite what we do, but okay. She's funny, isn't she?
Yeah.
Shoshana is home from college, which I love having her home, but she is camera shy, so she's not going to come on this side of the camera. Okay, done. How simple is that? Then Samuel, would you help me? Let's put some of the pecans. There are pecans in the crust, and we just kind of put them over the top. They don't have to go in any special way, just however you want them. Good. So pecans are in the crust, then we have the layer of chocolate, then we have the bananas, and then the Dolce de Leche, followed by the chocolate, followed by the pecans. So it kind of sandwiches in an interesting way. It would be a good sandwich. Now, one thing to note about this particular tart, the bananas have a lot of acidity, and the Dolce de Leche breaks that down. So there is a little bit of an ooze factor with this particular tart. And I debated turning it into single serving ones and doing them in individual cups. And when I served it to some friends of mine, I said, that's what I think I'll do, because it's really kind of messy. It's not as pretty as so many of the tarts normally are. And she said, absolutely not, don't change a thing. I thought, you know what? I won't change a thing. To unmold it, I pop it up through here, and I baked it on a piece of parchment paper. And I'll do that oftentimes in a tart because I never like to serve something from the metal. If I can slide it off of the paper, I will. On this particular one, I'm not going to try. So I'm going to move it over with the paper as well. And you know what's really funny? I did not wear my glasses for the video, and it's hard for me to see. But it does slide very nicely off.
May I please try a piece?
I would love to let you try a piece. What a great idea. Let me move these things out of the way a little bit. Ooh, let's see if we can get all of that out of the way. Maybe a lot of it. And we'll cut this. Now again, sometimes I think I'd be inclined to let it set a little bit because I know the chocolate really has not set at all. But, you know, Sammy wants to try it. So I'll cut him a really nice big piece, and whatever goes, right?
Ooh, banana.
Banana. And I really need to start wearing my glasses with this. You know why?
Nope.
Because I can't see where I'm cutting. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. You can find the recipe on my website, www.dessertsrequired.com. Make this, it's delicious. A fork.
A fork.
Good? Okay, you have it. Make the recipe. Quite yummy.